Imagine the scenario. You're in a store browsing products and one catches your eye with a label that proudly boasts its environmental commitments. Is this a fact or is this the phenomenon of greenwashing? From multinational giants to nimble startups, greenwashing infiltrates industries on a global scale, hidden under the cover of unsubstantiated claims. On this Lodha and Co podcast episode, we will explore how greenwashing occurs while sharing our insights. I am Anuradha Menon, and joining me today is Simone Rathod, a company secretary and a consultant at Lodha and Co, specializing in governance. Stay tuned with us for this insightful conversation. So, can you simplify the term greenwashing for us, Simone?
So, to make it more simpler to understand, it involves those practices which misleads the intended users of the information or intentionally giving them a false impression about how well an organization or an investment is aligned with its sustainability goals.
That's an interesting explanation. So, what are the factors that lead to greenwashing?
So, there are various factors that in which greenwashing can occur. So there are several factors that could contribute to greenwashing. Some may be intentional and some may be unintentional. I would like to highlight a few factors that can lead to unintentional greenwashing. One can be the complexity of the reporting framework that a company is following. If the maker of the report it doesn't understand what kind of questions are asked, and if he is not aware the type of data that is required, then there is a possibility that inaccurate information might be mentioned, which can mislead the users of the information. Even the availability and the quality of the corporate sustainability data will affect the intended users, because there is a possibility of misleading them and can lead to greenwashing. Then lack of integration and connectivity between the financial and non-financial sustainability information is one another factor which can lead to greenwashing. Even the understanding of the controlled environment. For example, there are a lot of softwares that are coming up which are enabling companies to file their sustainability reports. So if the person who's using that software is not aware of the kind of data that software requires, and so in that case it can lead to greenwashing. Then if the governance of the company is not serious about implementing ESG, or if the board of the directors do not have the right kind of mindset to actually integrate ESG into their business practices, then there is a possibility that greenwashing can occur. Also, if there is lack of regulation or regulation that is only at the nascent stage of development, if that kind of regulations are there, then there is a possibility, because a lot of people will not be aware of what the regulation actually intends from the corporates to comply with. So there is a possibility where unintentional greenwashing can occur.
So, what are the effects of greenwashing?
So, companies that engage in greenwashing activities, they face a lot of backlash from a variety of stakeholders. The first and foremost are the consumers. Those consumers who feel that they have been misled by the greenwashing claims of these companies, they can take their business elsewhere, resulting in lost sales and revenue for the company. They may also share their negative experiences with others through social media, word of mouth, or online reviews. Second is environmental groups. They may publicly criticize companies that engage in greenwashing and launch campaigns to raise awareness about the issues. These campaigns can generate negative publicity and damage the company's reputation. Third is investors. Investors may be less likely to invest in companies that engage in greenwashing, particularly if they are concerned about the company's reputation or potential legal liability. Then, fourth are regulatory agencies. Regulatory agencies will start investigating the company, whether what activities that they are engaging in, and they may impose fines or other penalties if they find evidence of false or misleading claims. Fifth are the competitors. Competitors who make genuine efforts to reduce their environmental impact may publicly criticize companies that engage in greenwashing and use the issue to differentiate themselves in the marketplace.
That's very informative. So, what are the initiatives taken by regulators to curb greenwashing in India?
The Indian government is becoming very sensitive to the issue of greenwashing. So there's a task force that is being set up jointly by the Advertising Board of India and the Department of Consumer Affairs. This task force will sensitize consumers and also examine brands so that the terms such as eco-friendly, energy efficient, biodegradable, organic or net zero plastic or green without any verification or proof are not used to mislead consumers. Greenwashing and false claims of being eco-friendly by brands across different sectors including fast fashion, air conditioners, foods, cars, cosmetics and fuel are going to be under the radar of the government. Also, SEBI in its circular has now defined greenwashing, which states that making false, misleading, unsubstantiated or otherwise incomplete claims about the sustainability of a product, service or business operation. So now SEBI is actually implementing safeguards to ensure that investors are not misled and are protected from ESG risks. One of the recent initiatives taken is SEBI has mandated in-depth assurance of the BRSR core parameters. These parameters are provided by SEBI in the Business Responsibility and Sustainability Reporting Framework. So the thing is that the risk of greenwashing will exist. But what is important is there should be good quality of data, reliable ESG insights that should be created by the companies, which is the need of the hour at present. ESG assessment frameworks acts as a screening tool, risk mitigator and performance driver. So it is very important that not only making of the report is important, but the checking of the report is also important with respect to the quality and the content that is provided in the report.
Any concluding thoughts on ways how to prevent greenwashing?
Yeah, so there are a few pointers that I would like to say on. So first and foremost important thing is whatever claims that the companies and corporates are making, they should be substantiated or do not make any claims. So if the company is making any claim, they should ensure that any environmental claims they make are accurate and substantiated by scientific evidence. They should avoid any kind of vague or misleading language and ensure that their claims are supported by clear and specific data. Secondly, use third-party certifications. Verify your data. Companies can use these kind of certifications, for example, eco-labels, environmental management system certifications, to provide independent verification of their environmental claims. This can help build consumer trust and demonstrate a genuine commitment to sustainability. Greenwashing scandals have triggered demand for stronger controls and position audit as a bridge between markets and business. So it is very important that you verify any kind of claim that you are making. Get a third party certification done. Use transparent reporting. So companies can use transparent reporting to provide detailed information about their environmental impact and sustainability initiatives. This will help the company to build trust of their consumers and other stakeholders and demonstrate a commitment to accountability and transparency. Avoid any kind of greenwashing traps, such as making vague or general claims, using misleading visuals, or making claims that are technically true but misleading in context. They should avoid making claims about environmental attributes that are not relevant to their products or services. For example, I came across this one tomato ketchup brand where it mentioned that on the front of the packaging it was mentioned fresh tomatoes, and behind it said that the word fresh is actually the trademark. So actually fresh tomatoes are not used, but the way it is portrayed, in everybody's mind it is perceived that fresh tomatoes are used to prepare the tomato ketchup. So these kind of greenwashing traps should be avoided. Then adopt a comprehensive sustainability strategy. So what companies can do is they can have a defined strategy that goes beyond marketing claims and addresses the company's overall environmental impact. This can include efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, minimize waste, conserve natural resources, and support the biodiversity.
If you're inspired by today's conversation and wish to engage with us or even participate in our podcast series, please contact us at esg@lodhaco.com. Your insights and perspectives are valuable to us.